Hey, my neurodivergent peeps. I want to share a super important observation that I got from doing hundreds and thousands of regression hypnosis sessions with different individuals. And before we get into that, hi, I'm Dr. Craig. I'm the founder of Connection Craft, an osteopathic and neurodivergent physician, and also a love life and everything coach for neurodivergent individuals. So really one of my big hyper focuses is hypnosis, what it is, what you can do with it, the different kinds of experiences that people can have with it. And one of the most useful tools that I found in improving people is different types of regressive technologies, especially in terms of loops and things that are bothering us. And when we're having issues, a lot of those were a decision at some point based upon a stimulus. And cognitively, we think of and we remember the things that hurt. So let's say, we had a bad breakup 3 years ago, and then we're scared of relationships, or we, had a dog bark at us, and now we don't want to be around dogs. And these are things that we remember. But when we actually get into the system and we start bringing up material, a lot of times the things that we remember aren't the things that are actually at the root of the problem. A lot of the patterns in our nervous system were set up by circumstance, by our parents, just by random almost, in the age 0 to 5. And when you go back and you start repatterning those patterns, a lot of things change. Suddenly, you don't care about the breakup quite as much, or you grieve it much more naturally. Some of the compulsions and beliefs and loops that you have actually start to melt away. And that's really interesting, that the things that we kind of fixate on and perseverate on aren't actually the key to changing that symptom or that loop, that it's usually something older, something much more innocuous, a lot of times that we don't remember. So it's really important, especially for a neurodivergent individual whose brain acquires information, acquires patterns, who doesn't prune their neural connections quite as much, to be able to have the skills, the tools, the ability to do that, sometimes with support if you need it, but also for yourself. So that's what we do at Connection Craft, or one of the things we do at Connection Craft, and we do a lot of that in my Inner Essence activation program, the Alchemy of Self-Healing Circle for neurodivergent individuals, as well as the Write Your Own Romance, because so much of how we interact with people in a relationship parenting way actually comes from these deep patterns that require a lot of these deep patterns that, according to conventional thought, require a tremendous amount of work to change or are unchangeable. But that's not really the case. You just need the right tool. And as a neurodivergent individual, that's one of the things that I have worked on. So comment, activate below, learn about my signature program. When you like this content, like, share, and follow. And as always, send this to a neurodivergent in need.